One of the most exciting days in every martial artist's journey is the day that they put on their sparring equipment for the very first time. In this video, we're going to cover not only how to put on your equipment, but also how to ensure a proper fit. We'll also have several tips for proper care and maintenance of your sparring equipment. Let's get into it. There's several things to do upon receiving your sparring equipment for the first time, and the most important is to make sure that it fits properly. Improperly fitted gear leaves our students at risk of injury, and it's important to remember that most of your sparring equipment is for the safety of your partner, not you. The helmet is the most important piece of equipment for your safety and is one of the most challenging to size correctly. The first time you put it on, you will need a second person to assist you. First, place the forehead pad just above the brow line and hold it in place. Now, have your partner adjust the vertical strap so that the top of the helmet is making contact with your head. Once it's fitted to the front and top of your head, you can attach the rear horizontal strap. It doesn't have to completely reach the opposite side, but it should cover the vertical strap to help hold it in place. Finally, you can now adjust the chin strap so that the helmet is held firmly in place. Once your helmet is properly seated on your head, take a moment to ensure a proper fit. Visually, the helmet should cover the entire forehead in the front and go all the way to the base of the skull in the back. When you attempt to move the helmet, it should remain firmly in place and not turn or slide. The first thing to be aware of with your foot pads is that they do have a set foot, just like your shoes. Now they are labeled, but for our younger students, it may be helpful to put an R and L on the pads for reference. As far as fit goes, if these are a little big, there is no problem. Obviously, if they're too big, it can make it difficult to move. However, we definitely do not want them too small. When the toes are crammed into the end of the foot pads, it forces them down, which will lead to injury when they kick something or someone. It also takes away some of the cushioning, putting your partner at an increased risk. Elbow and shin pads are some of the most important pads for our students to ensure fit properly. They're also the most common pads that don't fit properly because they always seem to go on. Please remember that just because they slide onto your leg or arm does not mean that they fit. Elbow pads should slide on easily and completely cover the pointy tip of your elbow. You should not have to struggle to pull them up. Once they're in place, they should not slide up or down when you bend and straighten your arm. Shin pads should completely cover the shin from the bottom of the knee to the top of the ankle. There should be no shin bone uncovered. It should additionally stay in place and not turn or slide. On B days, those are the blue classes on your schedules, we will absolutely be sparring, so be sure to put your shin pads and elbow pads on before beginning class. A common misconception about the mouthpiece is that it is intended to protect your teeth. While this is true, the mouthpiece is actually an essential item to prevent concussions caused by the sudden clacking of the jaw and teeth. First, be sure that the mouthpiece covers the molars as well as your front teeth. However, it should not go beyond the teeth as this can cause choking or gagging. If necessary, simply trim the back of the mouthpiece with scissors, being sure to round the edges to prevent gum and soft tissue damage. Once it is trimmed to the proper size, the mouthpiece must be custom fitted to your mouth. To do this, place it in extremely hot water for 5 to 7 seconds. Leaving the mouthpiece in the water for too long will soften it to a point where it is unusable, so be careful. Once you remove it from the water, place it on your teeth and suck out all of the air, creating a vacuum seal to your teeth. Then simply press the mouthpiece into your teeth using your thumbs. Avoid biting as you can bite through the mouthpiece. Once it is fitted, simply place it in cold water to seal it. Our male students need to be sure that their groin cup fits properly. It should fit firmly on the waist, but not dig in, much like the elastic waistband on underwear. The cup itself should completely contain, well, you know. This particular piece of equipment must be worn to every class and should be put on prior to class, not during. To put it on, hold the waistband and step in through the smaller leg straps. There's not much to talk about when it comes to the hand pads. There's a foam bar in the glove that you need to be able to grab. If your hand goes in, you can grab the bar and your fingers aren't crammed, then they fit. If any of your sparring equipment doesn't fit properly, or if you're unsure if it fits properly, be sure to bring it back to the school so that our team can check it out. We'll help you fit it properly or swap it out with the piece that does fit properly. Please remember that all of our students have the same equipment. So once you have confirmed that your equipment fits properly, take a minute to make it your own. Write your name or initials or get a little more artistic, but be sure that you can identify your equipment should it be left or snatched. Arranging your sparring bag properly will increase the longevity and durability of your sparring equipment and also improve your efficiency during class. The quicker you can get to your equipment, the more training time you have. Square targets, paddle targets, and blocker bats should be placed in the end pockets. This allows you to quickly grab them when needed without having to dig for them. Both foot pads should be placed together. Now you can easily grab them both at the same time. Keep your hand pads inside your helmet. This prevents your helmet from getting crushed and makes it easy to grab and take with you so that you can put it on while waiting on your spot. Bonus tip, Velcro straps will sometimes get tangled or connected to other items inside your bag. You can fix this by connecting them to their own piece of gear. We've already discussed putting on the elbow and shin pads, the mouthpiece, and the groin cup. That only leaves our foot pads, hand pads, and helmet. The first pads you will put on are the foot pads. Pull them both out of your bag and take note of which is right and which is left. Put your foot in the foot pad, then the strap will go over the top of the foot, wrap under the bottom, and come back across the top. It will then attach on the back of the heel. Pro tip, pulling the elastic strap at each step makes it easier than trying to do it all at the end. Once your foot pads are on, grab your helmet, hand pads, and mouthpiece and put them on once you get to your spot. Put your head into the helmet from the back side and simply attach the horizontal strap. Your hands then slide into your gloves and the strap simply wraps around your wrist. Cleaning your equipment regularly is not only sanitary, but adds to the longevity of your gear. Wipe down your hand, foot, and headgear with a sanitary wipe after each use. You should also wipe down your targets after each use. We recommend keeping these wipes in your bag for ease and convenience. Wash your elbow pads, shin pads, and jock strap weekly. These can be washed and dried in your regular laundry. Once a month, put your hand, foot, headgear, and bag in the washing machine on the delicate cycle. Then let them air dry. Your mouthpiece needs to be rinsed after each use. Once a week, it should be thoroughly cleaned using a toothbrush and mouthwash. Clean your mouthpiece box with soap and water weekly. With proper fit, care, and maintenance, your sparring equipment can last for a very long time. Now, if your equipment does get damaged, lost, or outgrown, replacement pieces are available for purchase. You don't have to purchase an entire new set. As always, let us know if you have any questions or needs or concerns.